It was to be the Royal Navy's version of Challenge Annika, re-equip and redecorate the neglected orphanage in 10 hours. The crew of HMS Gloucester had paid for a washing machine, delivered a generator to beat the power cuts, and offered medical help for sick babies. Staff could have kissed the ship's doctor.
What medication? Antibiotics?
Yes, speaking English.
Yes, she was actually asked me to have a look at one of the babies. I want to know whether she's treating her baby at all, whether...
Ultracorten.
An unhealthy smell of urine permeating the whole building was banished with disinfectant, normally scarce in Albania.
Gonna do some drawing. Okay. You have the crayons then. One for you. Have a crayon for you. There's some paper.
Wants to go on the camera. That's horrible. That's horrible. Oh, well, come on. You are helping the poor people, for example, the child that hasn't the parents.
Come on. You've almost out half of it. Oh, look at that. Chocolate everywhere. Is it taking any milk or?
Milk,
Today, has it had any milk? Has it had today?
Today he has...
Was it?
Today he doesn't drink the milk.
No? All right.
The door's going to stop the water.
We get your point now.
I think we're just going to have enough without putting some more.
Meanwhile, in the nursery, following one diagnosis of pneumonia, the baby that wasn't taking milk, the ship's doctor has found another. He wants the sick babies segregated, but there's nowhere else to put them, and there's no room in the city hospital. He prescribes antibiotics. Up to 70 men are working flat out. The skills necessary to get the job done in one day can all be found aboard a ship that has to stay operational for months at sea. Plumbers fix the washing machine. Shippies, the ship's carpenters, are repairing toddlers' chairs. They started on 1 or 2 and found another 30 in the cellar.
For the first time. And they
Understand?
thank you very much for your help.
Yeah?
Our government has no problem.
This is needles. Sterile. Sterile, yes? We have 3 boxes.
The kids can't be moved, so work goes on around them.
Snag is tough, you've got to watch those live wires, mate.
Safer wiring's on the way, as well as more chocolate.
You like? Nice? Nice.
Just a bit worried about the darkness. Once that sets in, they're going to have to sort of wrap in. The lighting's very limited, even what they've taken with them. Hopefully they get most of it cracked.
Right on cue, the generator's in and working well. So are the electricians and the painters.
We borrowed some green paint from the Navy. We started painting the woodwork, but it was too dark. The people didn't like it. So we've had to paint over very wet green paint.
With some borrowed white paint?
With some borrowed white paint, indeed, yes.
Don't know how these kids survive out here. It's terrible. It's the amount of dirt and rubble and...
What's it going to be like leaving them behind?
It's going to be hard. It is.
The work does get finished. The goodbyes go on a bit. But tomorrow, the ship must sail. Tonight, one last official engagement. A state banquet on board. The guest of honour, the Albanian Prime Minister. The next day, HMS Gloucester sails from Albania she's been the first British warship to visit the country for 54 years. She's on her way to Bari in Italy for a day's rest and recuperation. Ironically, it was to Bari last year that Albanian refugees sought refuge before the revolution. They were eventually repatriated, but not before being detained by the Italians in Bari Football Stadium, the same stadium that HMS Gloucester's rugby team, the Cherry and Whites of course, played a friendly and lost.